Welcome to the Windows and Computer channel, and of course, as we talk more about the November 2019 update, one of the things that a lot of people are asking is about battery life on tablets and PCs, laptops, for example. And so the November 2019 update brings a different way of throttling of the CPU. And also in the code, there's a way where the battery life, and Microsoft had talked that there was improved battery life in the November 2019 update. Of course, it's kind of difficult to test out because I would have, or we need the same PC, one next to each other and test it out. But there's also another thing that you can see, and is I use my PC regularly on the battery, and I used it a few times since I have the November 2019 update. I gotta say that it does seem to have improved my battery life. It is interesting how it throttles the core of the CPUs. Now, one of the things that is important to note is that it throttles the core of CPUs that are recent. So you got to have a fairly recent PC for this feature to actually work. My PC has a ninth generation Intel CPU, which is not even a year old. So that is part of the CPUs that are actually being throttled and kind of modified the way that they actually use the CPU within Windows 10. And I have to say that it seems to have improved my battery life. At first, I wasn't sure because I would see that it actually used one core only most of the time, unless there were more powerful apps needed, so it would then throttle to all the cores at the same time. But it's kind of interesting to see how the effect seems to be a very good battery life. Typically, this laptop, when I use it in my regular everyday activity, has anywhere from about 5 to 7 hours of battery. Now, I used it the other night for doing some word processing. I looked at some stuff on the web, and kind of was just on the couch in my living room doing some work. And after about 2 hours of work, I looked at the battery, and it told me that my battery was still at 90%, and that it told me I still had like 6 hours and some minutes on my laptop's battery if I continued doing what I was doing, which is interesting because I would have expected after 2 hours my battery to be below 90 and even probably below 80. So it's not scientific. I can't prove it officially. It might be just a feel, and I will update this video as I will use it on battery a little more to try to get the hang of it and see if it actually does work well. Um, it kind of feels like it might actually have better battery life, like Microsoft says. But again, it's very dependent on what you do and your PC. Every time we use a PC, we don't always do the same thing. So it's one of those things that's difficult to really quantify and know if is it just because what I'm doing is not requiring that much battery, or is it because it's better. Now that's a difficult task and a difficult question here because I've moved on. So I'm kind of trying to grasp is it better or not from my own experience. And I'll update this video and let you know, of course, as the weeks go by, and as we move on to the November 2019 update in less than a month from now. If you enjoy our videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.